boys and girls watching, who made the trees? God did. And who made the fruit that sometimes you find on trees? God did, that's right. And sometimes you can find something that's really juicy. It could be red, it could be green, it could be yellow. And God put a special star shape inside of it. What is that? An apple. And today we are going to make apples on our paper. But we're not going to just color them. That would be too easy. Today, Catherine, we are going to use our Peter Pointer. Give Peter Pointer a kiss. He is going to have to obey. Put him in your lap because I want him to listen and obey today. So when he has to listen, obey, he has to follow directions, and so do you, Jonathan. He has to listen and obey and follow directions. The first thing we're going to do on our paper, though, we're going to use our brown crayon. Now, boys and girls watching, if you have your crayon box right there, just take out your brown crayon, put it on your paper or your name tag, and then hands in your lap. And you can put your other crayons set aside because our boys and girls already have their brown crayon ready to go. And then, Cyrus, you're going to put your hands in your lap just like the boys and girls watching. And then your eyes are up here because we're just going to use our brown crayon. And this part of the tree, this is not where the leaves are. This is the trunk. What's it called? The trunk. The trunk. This is the trunk of the tree. And this is the part, the wood part, that sometimes they use to make buildings and they make houses out of. The tables that you're sitting at, boys and girls, right here, are made of wood. Sometimes your bed, boys and girls watching at your house, is made out of wood sometimes. And so they use wood from the trees for all kinds of things. Do you see how nice I'm staying inside the lines to color the trunk of the tree? That's what you're going to do. You're going to color the trunk of the tree. And then our brown crayons are going to go back down on our name tag, and our hands are going to go in our lap. And then I'm going to show you the special thing we get to do with Peter Pointer. Now, first let me show you this, though. Boys and girls watching, your teacher has your paint, too. Our paint looks like this. You might have a little container with your paint too. We're not going to touch our container until we're ready to paint. Mrs. Stewart will tell you when we're ready to paint, and I will show you what to do. Don't touch your paint, okay? Okay, good. Class, stand. Quietly turn your chair into the table. Oh, I like how Angelina put her hands in her lap. I like how the boys and girls watching put their hands in their lap. They're waiting for Mrs. Stewart. That's the way to follow directions and wait patiently. Just like Abraham and Sarah had to wait patiently for, what's their son's name? Isaac. Good. Good job. Pick up your brown crayon, check. What does Daddy say? What does Mommy say? What do the babies say? Go ahead and color your tree trunk. I like this hard work. I like how you're staying in the lines. Don't scribble. Make it so pretty. This is special. This is the kind of paper you want to take home and put on the refrigerator or hang it up in your bedroom. This is so nice. This is a nice picture. Boys and girls watching, your on-site teacher might take it, hang it up in your classroom. Do your best job. Color neatly. Be very careful to hold your paper with your helper hand because you don't want to touch the paint that's waiting for us to use in just a few minutes. We want to be very careful on our paper. I'm going to give you just a few more seconds to finish coloring, so take your time. Stay inside those lines to color the trunk. What's that wood part called? The trunk. Good job. The trunk. Angelina, are you going slow to stay inside those lines? Oh, Now, did you notice that Mrs. Stewart didn't make little circles inside? I went one direction. I went back and forth, and I'm coloring all the white spots, not the apples. I'm not coloring the apples because that's where my special Peter Pointer is going to come in. We already gave him a kiss, so he's going to obey and do his best. He already got his blessing, his kiss. So I hope you're going to get your blessing and work hard today. Okay, I'm going to give you about one more second. Johanna, finish up making it all brown. All the way at the bottom. I can still see a little bit of white spot. Boys and girls watching, color it all the way down to the grass where the brown part is, just to the bottom of the trunk. Color all that white spot in. You're doing great. Oh, great job. Catherine, can I borrow your paper for just a minute? I like how Catherine has her paper. She colored in all the white spots right here. Good job. She stayed in very good over here in the lines, and she's working hard to stay inside the lines. Keep working hard to stay inside those lines, boys and girls. Wow, let's look at this paper. This girl stayed inside the lines. She's working hard, coloring in all the white spots. Are you improving every day, taking your time? I hope so. Keep working hard. All right, everybody put your brown crayon down on your name tag and hands in your lap and eyes on Mrs. Stewart. Wow, Luke, he's ready to use his Peter Pointer. Oh, table 3 looks sharp, and so do the boys and girls watching. Way to go. Now, everybody has one of these. Don't touch it yet. Now, and boys and girls watching, you have a special thing with your paint in it. Our paint looks like this. Your hands are in your lap, and your eyes are on me. Way to go, Oakley. I like how those eyes are on Mrs. Stewart and your hands are in your lap because our hands obeying are going to help us to listen. Catherine, your hands in your lap obeying are going to help you to listen. Now, do you see there's just a little bit of paint, Bethany? Look right here. There's just a little bit of paint, and that's all we need. Watch Mrs. Stewart. Peter Pointer is the only one allowed to get messy. The children don't like to be messy. They don't want to get all sticky and get messy. And this thumb right here, he doesn't like to get messy either. So only Peter Pointer wants to get messy. Peter Pointer is the only person that's allowed to get messy. Watch Mrs. Stewart. Hands in your lap. And put your eyes on me. Mila, you're not going to be able to do it if your eyes are not on me. I'm going to touch my Peter Pointer on my paint. You're not going to move your paint. I'm holding mine because I can't put mine on my name tag because my name tag's on the board. But your one's going to stay on the table. And you're just going to put your Peter Pointer on the paint and pick your finger back up. And watch, oh, your hands are in your lap. Watch me. I'm going to start at the top of my tree. 1, 2, 3, and my Peter Pointer goes back up. And we're going to do it together. So boys and girls watching, and boys and girls right here, Peter Pointer up. Peter Pointer, touch your nose. Oh, I wanted to see if you were staying with Mrs. Stewart. Good job. Way to go, boys and girls watching. Peter Pointer up. Peter Pointer, touch your paint. Peter Pointer up. Peter Pointer, touch at the top of the apple, at the top of your tree. 1, count with me, 1, 2, 3, Peter Pointer up. Good. Touch your paint again. Peter Pointer up. Let's do another 3. 1, 2, 3. Peter Pointer up. You're doing awesome. Touch your paint. Peter Pointer up. Nice. I like that you're not touching your paper right now. Way to go, boys and girls watching. Touch 2 apples this time. 1, 2. Peter Pointer up. Now, you may take your Peter Pointer and just kind of rub it around in that paint to get a little bit more paint on your finger. Johanna, it's okay. Mommy will let you do it because I got to do it too. You can do it, I promise. It's okay to get your finger messy. Peter Pointer up. Touch the apples. 1, 2, and Peter Pointer up. And now your paper should be all finished. On-site teachers will give you your napkin or a wipe or something to wipe yours, and I'm going to go around and give these boys and girls a wipe, and they're going to wipe their fingers, and we're going to not touch our paper because we don't want to touch our paper, Bethany, because we don't want to get any other fingers wet. So let's check to see that you have all your apples finished. I'm gonna check. And we're gonna sing a song. And boys and girls, you can sing with us while we wash our fingers. And I'm gonna give you a napkin while we do that. Go ahead and finish that one. You got your paint? 1, 2, 3. I know, but you don't have any paint left. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Peter, point her up. Okay, let's sing a song. Let's sing, "Oh, who can make a flower?" And we'll sing all the verses to, "Oh, who can make a flower?" I'm going to come over here and get some napkins and start giving you your napkin. Now, look at Mrs. Stewart. We cannot squeeze it. If boys and girls watching, don't squeeze your wet paper towel because you don't want to get it on your paper. You don't want to get it wet. So just wipe your finger and put it in your paint cup and leave it there. Okay, watch Mrs. Stewart. I'm rubbing my finger, and then I'm putting it right here, and my hands go back in my lap. Okay, let's sing. And oh, who can make a flower? I'm sure I can't, can you? Oh, who can make a flower? No one but God, 'tis true. Oh, who can make the raindrops? I'm sure I can't, can you? Sing with me. Oh, who can make the raindrops? No one but God, 'tis true. Oh, who can make the sunshine? I'm sure I can't, can you? Oh, who can make the sunshine? No one but God, 'tis true. Get out your heart clean. Oh, who can make your hearts clean? I'm sure I can't, can you? Oh, who can make our hearts clean? No one but God, 'tis true. And let's add a verse. Let's add a who can make an apple tree. Are you ready? Oh, who can make the apple tree? I'm sure I can't, can you? Oh, who can make an apple tree? No one but God, 'tis true. Great job. I love your hard work. Now, very carefully, do not get out your crayon box and put them on your house. Get your crayon box and put it next to your paper and put your brown crayon away and then put your crayons back in your box. And boys and girls watching, you can do the same. You put your brown crayon back in your box and then stick the crayon box in your desk. I like the way Kayla is doing that. She's not touching her paper because she doesn't want to get paint on her paper, on her crayons. And put them inside of your desk. Put them inside your desk, William, as soon as you do that. Catherine, watch your fingers. You're going to get them wet. Put them right away. Good. Now, class, stand. Turn your chairs to the front. And I need a helper. Let's see who can be my helper really quick. Joseph, can you go get the trash can for Mrs. Stewart? Because you're going to guys be my helpers today. Go get my trash can and bring it to Mrs. Stewart. I like the way Luke turned his chair to the front and he has his hands in his lap. He is waiting patiently. Good job. Now, I need your help. You watch Mrs. Stewart. You're going to pick up your paint and your trash and carry it like this so you do not drop it and you don't get paint on anything else. And you're going to carry it and you're going to come put it in the bucket. Joseph's going to stand up here because he's the trash helper. If you're a girl first, girls stand up. Girls, pick up your paint and your napkin and bring it. Mila already took care of yours, so you can sit there. Boys and girls watching, you help your on-site teacher and take care of your trash real quick for us. Bethany, don't put it on your paper, sweet girl. That's how you're going to make it all a mess. Bring it here. Drop it and go. Good job. Wow, Lauren, that's the way to be big because you're not getting it on yourself or dropping it on my floor. Good job. You are doing such a good job. They're being so big. Oh, Joseph, stay here. We got to get all the boys. Okay? Boys, now it's your turn. Stand up. Carry it very carefully. We can play with paint and cut with scissors and do all kinds of things when we follow directions and do our best. Then we can have more fun with things like paint and glue and all kinds of things like that. That's wonderful. I like that hard work. Okay, now you go get your trash. And then you can put that right by Mrs. Stewart's desk. I love your hard work. Leave your paper there and put your crayons away, Connor. Good. Let's sing a few songs because we have a few minutes. Class, stand. Kylie, do you have your teddy bear? Good. All right. watching with your cuddly teddy bear.
I have the cutest teddy bear. When I go to sleep, he's always there. If you would like to meet him too, come over and I'll introduce him to you.
Let's sing that again. Can you find two helpers that were working really hard? I would pick somebody from table 1, and you pick somebody from table 2 that was working really hard. Yeah, I would probably pick Elijah. Elijah was working really hard at table 2. Yes, definitely. Elijah, come. I'm glad Luke picked you. Lucia, pick somebody fast from your table that could have the teddy bear. It could be a boy or a girl. And we'll sing it one more time. Table 1, fast. Pick somebody fast. Oh, good. I'm glad you picked her. She's working hard. All right, let's sing again. Get out your teddy bear. Luke, stand up and join us.
The cutest teddy bear. When I go to sleep, he's always there. If you would like to meet him too, come over and I'll introduce him to you.
Thank you, guys. I like that hard work. I love singing about the teddy bear. You may be seated. These apples sure do look delicious. Think in your brain something yummy that we could make with apples. Think of something yummy. Kyla, what could we make with an apple? Stand and tell me. Applesauce. Boys and girls watching, do you like applesauce? I like when there's cinnamon in my applesauce. It's so delicious. Can we think of something else? Angelina, stand up. What else could we make with apples?
Apple pie?
Oh, I like apple pie. Can you scoot your chair back and sit like a lady so that we can have fun in our classroom? Luke, can you think of something with apples in it? We've had applesauce and apple pie. What else? What else could we have? What do you think would be yummy with apples in it? Think maybe a cookie? Ooh, a cookie with apples. Oh, yes, that would be so yummy. Let's pretend to eat an apple cookie. Eat it all gum. You know what I see? I see crumbs, and look what's coming. Who's coming to eat the crumbs? Ants. Class, stand. Get out your ant. Boys and girls watching, get out your little ant. And let's sing about the ant. Do you got your ant, Catherine? Here we go.
An ant is such a tiny thing. I wonder if an ant can sing. She hurries here and hurries there. An ant can go most anywhere.
Great job. Sit down. Oh, you are working so hard today, boys and girls watching. I hope you had fun painting with us today. And when you paint at your house, you get out just your Peter Pointer and show mommies and daddies how you can obey with your paint sets too.